Welcome to Treasure Seekers.
Pete, there you are. Where did you get off to? Oh, you're trying to find the treasure of Holiday Bible Club like Sally and Lisa. Well, can you tell what it is yet? You're very funny. Well, let's get going and get those sweatbands at the ready for some Rachel aerobics.
And welcome back to exercise on Wednesday. On Monday, we packed our stuff ready for our adventure. We're going to seek our treasure, and we got on the pirate ship. Remember that we saw the island over there? I think our treasure might be there.
Me too.
How are we going to get there?
Can't take this boat. You don't want those pesky pirates getting all our gems and gold.
Okay, well, why don't we walk the plank and then swim ourselves?
Yes.
Okay, quickly. We're running out of time for a warm-up. Let's get warmed up.
First, we're just going to do some toe touches and jog in between.
Okay, reach with the opposite hand to the opposite toe, and a wee jog in between. Okay, what's next, Eva?
Next, we're going to jog in the spot and we're going to do our arms, getting ready for a wee swim.
Okay, jog and circle the arms nice and slowly. Shall we change direction with the arms?
Let's go backwards.
Okay.
Right, this time we're going to do breaststroke.
Okay. Practicing all our swimming moves.
We're going to be good at this. Now we're going to do some high knees.
Okay, show us.
This is our arm leg. I think we're nearly ready to do it. Just going to get a bit more warmed up.
Maybe I need to stretch out my back a bit, so maybe side to side.
Yeah.
Oh. And then just some reaches up.
Touch toe.
Okay, reach up. Okay, reach down.
And go up. And down. Up. Down.
Okay,
About 30 seconds.
30 seconds to go. So again, we're going to do our 5 exercises. That's 30 seconds of exercise with 30 seconds of rest. The first one we're going to do is squats with swim arms. So, feet about shoulder length apart. Squat down, ball nice and low, and swim up with the arms. Okay, let's practice one more time. And we're going to do that for 30 seconds.
We're going to swim. I better take my bandana off.
Okay, nearly ready to go. Full 30 seconds.
3 seconds.
And squat and swim. You can hold the squat if you want. Make it that bit harder. Squat and swim. Squat and ah! Ha ha ha! We're getting soaked with these waves. Keep going, Eva. Keep going. 10 seconds left.
Keep going, everyone.
Those pesky parrots.
You must notice we're going for treasure.
I know. Okay, I'm tired after that first swim.
Wet.
I think we're going to do some floating in the water now. And we're going to do that with arm circles. So if you can just move slightly further forward with me, arms out, and we're just going to do little circles to keep us afloat backwards and forwards. Think you can manage that?
Yeah, might be a bit too hard though.
Okay, well we'll see how we get on. This is our rest time. Let's have a wee float in the water.
5 seconds.
Okay, let's go. Tiny little circles. I'm going backwards. Are you going backwards?
And goes.
And let's go forwards. Try and keep the arms up level with your shoulders. Ah! Soaked again. Those pesky parrots. I think that's Lisa and Sally, but I'll get them back. Don't you worry.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, we can't have long left. My arms are tired.
Burning.
Woo!
There we go.
Well done. Okay, we've worked our arms. Let's work our legs again. So if you can lie on the ground there for me, please. On your back, please. We're going to do some leg raises. So if you can lift both feet off the ground, and then you're going to lift one at a time up and down. On the other one. And if that's too difficult, you can put both feet on the ground and just take turns. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. It's like using our legs swimming. although not quite as easy as swimming. You'd probably feel your tummy getting a bit sore here, but don't worry. Try and keep going. You need to put your heels in the ground, that's okay. You still with me, Eva?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Is your tummy sore?
Not really, sure.
Oh, yeah, mine's starting to hurt. Okay,
Oh, there we go.
up again. What's the next one? We're going to do back raises. It's like getting our head out of the water so that we can breathe. So can you lie down on your front for me, please? Okay, hands out in front of you. Okay, all you're going to do when I say 3 is lift your legs and your arms. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Down. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Down. Keep going there, Eva. 1, 2, 3. Down. Up. 1, 2, 3. Down. Trying to get our head out of this water so we can breathe.
Keep going.
Up.
10 seconds left.
Up.
2 rounds of breath.
And hold it. Okay. And the last one we're going to do, we've got in nice and shallow now. So rather than swimming and floating and surfing the waves like we've just done, we're going to high knees over the waves. Okay? So it's a jog, but get your knees nice and high so we're stepping up over the waves. Okay, do you want to show us what we're doing? Show everybody?
It's a step.
Nice and high over the waves. That's it. We're going to go for it for 30 seconds, nice and hard. All right?
Seconds.
Let's go. Up over the waves. Keep going. Get those knees as high as you can. We're nearly at the island. Keep going, Eva.
Keep going. We're so close. I'm gonna beat you.
Ah! I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna get there first.
10
Mama, Dan is
seconds.
coming off again. 10. You better go faster then. Oh, land at last. We just need to rest a wee bit and dry out after those pesky parrots.
We'll get them back.
This island looks deserted. Or could there be something scary on it? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Say goodbye to everybody, Eva.
Bye.
Bye.
Sally, oh Sally, hurry up.
All right, Bossy Boots. Just because you're getting better at Rachel Rubik's,
I've mastered it.
you can't master it. You can't even keep hold of your toothbrush.
Don't remind me. I still can't find it.
Well, I'm glad you're better at treasure seeking than keeping hold of things.
That's right. I can't wait. It's almost time for a third clue.
Gosh, is it nearly that time already?
Soon, Sally. Soon.
What if we don't find the clue in time?
Sally.
What if we mess it all up?
Sally.
What if we let the boys and girls down?
Sally.
And Jesus?
Sally.
Ah!
Pull yourself together, Sally.
Ow, Lisa, let go of me.
Well, tell me why you've got yourself so panicky.
Well, I've been thinking about all those disciples that Jesus met.
Yes.
Well, they all had strong faith and talents.
Uh-huh.
Well, I have so many doubts. Can we actually get the treasure? Will Jesus help us?
Oh, Sally, don't be so doubtful. Everyone has their low points.
Really?
Yes, really.
Even the disciples?
Yes, even then. In fact, we're hearing all about them in our Bible story later.
But what can I do with my doubts?
Well, keep praying and asking Jesus for help. He's always there, Sally.
Even when I begin to get scared?
Even then, Sally.
Well, Jesus sure is great, Lisa.
He really is, Sally. But don't be so doubtful just yet.
Why not?
Well, the boys and girls are there to help us when we get stuck on any clues.
Why, of course. Jesus has placed them perfectly to assist us in our treasure seeking.
Exactly. Oh no, look at the time. We better get going.
Let's find the third clue.
Noah built the most enormous boats. They kept the birds and animals afloat. was good, the Lord was strong, and Noah lived his life for him. Moses led his people through the sea, taking them away from slavery. The Lord was good, the Lord was strong, and Moses lived his life for him. Oh, thank you, that all through history you are faithful. Thank you, oh, thank you, that you are just the same when it comes to me. When it comes to me. David fought Goliath and he won. A humble shepherd boy became a king. The Lord was good, the Lord was strong, and David lived his life for him. Daniel was inside the lion's den, but God brought him to safety once again. The Lord was good, the Lord was strong, and Daniel lived his life for him. Oh, thank you, that all through history you are faithful. Thank you, oh, thank you, that you are just the same when it comes to me. When it comes to me. Jesus died to take away our sin, so we could get to know our God again. The Lord is good, the Lord is strong, and we will live our lives for him. Oh, thank you, that all through history you are faithful. Thank you, oh, thank you, that you are just the same when it comes to. Thank you, oh, thank you, that all through history you are faithful. Thank you, oh, thank you, that you are just the same when it comes to me. When it comes to me. When it comes to me. When it comes to me.
The storm on the lake. It was a perfect day. The sky was blue, the lake too, and a gentle breeze whipped the waves' tips white and foamy. Jesus sat at the side of the lake and talked to the people about God. God is your Father, he said. He dresses the flowers in beautiful colours. He makes sure the birds have enough to eat. But you are his sons and his daughters. Don't you think he can clothe you and feed you too? So trust him and stop worrying about your lives. When Jesus had finished teaching, he was tired. So he called his closest friends, and together they piled into the boat and set off across the lake for home. Jesus yawned. He stretched. He laid down his head, and to the rhythm of the waves and the rocking of the boat, he fell asleep. It was the perfect end to the perfect day. And then suddenly, the day was not so perfect. The sky turned black, the lake too, and a wild wind stirred the waves up tall and stormy. The boat rocked right, the boat rocked left, the boat rocked up and down. The boat rocked so hard, in fact, that Jesus' friends were sure they would all drown. But Jesus slept right through it, except for the odd snuffle and snore. Jesus, his friends called at last, "Jesus, wake up! We're all going to drown." So Jesus woke up, and then he sat up. Then he rubbed his eyes and stood up. It was all anybody else could do to stay on their feet, but Jesus stood up. And then very calmly he said to the wind, "Quiet now, And he said to the waves, "Settle down." And they did. Then Jesus turned to his friends and said, "You don't need to be frightened. You don't have to worry. All you had to do was trust me. See, everything is calm." And so it was. The sky was blue, the lake too. The little waves splashed happily at the side of the boat. It was a perfect day again. And that's the story of the storm on the lake.
Hi boys and girls, so now we come to the fun craft bit of the day, and today's story was all about Jesus calming the storm. In the olden days and today as well, a lot of sailors use lighthouses to guide them when the weather is bad and they can't necessarily see where land is. So today's craft is going to be a lighthouse. So for the craft you're going to need, I think you should have them in your little craft packs, a plain white cup, and you're also going to need a clear cup, a little battery operated tea light. You may want to use some felt tip pens, and you may also want to use your stickers that are in the pack and a glue stick. So it's really quite simple. You take your little white cup, and you may want to decorate your lighthouse. Generally speaking, a lot of lighthouses are white. Sometimes you'll see them with a red stripe. Now I haven't got a very steady hand, but this is one I did a wee bit earlier. I was also away this week on a picnic, and I passed a lighthouse beyond Strangford, which was actually yellow and black. So you can really decorate it whatever way you want. But what you want to do is, for this one, I've put some nice red stripes on it. Then I'm going to take a little pen. Most lighthouses have a few wee windows and a door. I'm going to draw a wee door on it. Something a bit like that. And we'll put a few windows as well, because lighthouses generally have lots of stairs so that the lighthouse keeper can get up to the light in case there's something wrong. Maybe he needs to replace one of the wee shutters or something. A lot of the lighthouses now are run on electricity. But the lighthouse I passed the other day apparently used to be run on whale oil, and then eventually they ran it on coal and gas, and now it's completely run by electricity. So we need a few wee windows just so that the lighthouse keeper, when he goes up to check on everything, you need a bit of light inside, otherwise it's going to be very dark. So there you are, we've done a few windows and a door. Put that down there. And then we're going to have our light like that. You switch that on and you put that on top. And just as a little case for it to shine through, you take your plastic cup and set that on top. Now, I was having a think about this, and just in case for some strange reason you don't fancy using cups, I've been waiting to say this all of my life. This is one I prepared earlier. This is a Pringles tube, ordinary Pringles tube. And the great thing about using a Pringles tube is you get to eat all the Pringles that are inside it. So I took this Pringles tube, I got a piece of white paper, which I cut and then folded the ends in, like that. So you set it up, and for the red stripes, you could use some ribbon, or in this case I used some nice red tape, which I stole from the garage. It was Malcolm's. And then I put the red stripes on, I drew the door and the window, and again, let me clear this out of the way. Alright, so you put the wee candle on, and then you put your cup on top. And there you have a lighthouse made from a Pringles can. So feel free, give it a go. It's quite simple to do. It doesn't have to be white with red stripes. You can decorate it whatever way you want. You can keep it plain white if that's what you want to do, because that's what most lighthouses are. And feel free to take photos and send them in to Gavin, and he'll post them online for you.
Well, Pete, who knew you could make a lighthouse out of a can of Pringles? Your one is excellent. Hang on. Those were my Pringles I left on the ship. I'm sure they were. Well, remember, if you send in a video or a picture to the below address, you're in with a chance to win a mystery prize at the end of the day in our Pirate's Wheel. That'll be later on, and that's it for part 1. Well, we'll see you later on, boys and girls. Goodbye.